Hi, my name is Ray Solano. I am the Service and Warranty Supervisor for Almond. In this video, we'll do a comparison between the LSC 2.1 and Deep Sea Auto Start controllers. Okay, starting with the LSC, in order to start the engine, this start button right here, the operator just needs to press it once. That will engage it. There will be a delay. It'll go through a close cycle and then the engine should start. Going to the Deep Sea controller, when you turn power onto the controller, your stop button, or the LED light in the corner, should be in a solid state. That means you're able to start the light tower, and all you need to do is press the green button twice. Like the LSC, the Deep Sea will go through a close cycle and then the engine should start. Now, in order to shut your engine off, the LSC, you just need to press the stop button once. The Deep Sea, press the stop button once. That will shut off the engine to the light tower. Okay, so you have auto start and time start buttons on the LSC controller. Now, these are only if the controller has been programmed for timed events or auto start, which would be your sun up and sun down. For more information regarding programming these controllers or the LSC auto start and time start, please refer to the tutorial online at almond.com. Now, the same goes for the Deep Sea controller. The Deep Sea controller, if it's set up or programmed for auto start or timed events, you will need to select the auto button here. Auto has to be on in order for the controller to turn the light tower on to its pre-programmed timed events. And for more information regarding programming for the Deep Sea, please refer to the tutorial online at almond.com. So the menu screen on the LSC controller will take you to Maintenance, Enter for Select, and then Input Diagnostics. So Input Diagnostics will give you your sensors on your engine, starting with oil pressure, water temp, fuel level for the fuel tank, AC line voltage from your main breaker, and then lastly AC frequency. Now let's go to the Deep Sea controller. And at your home screen, you'll see that it shows you line voltage. Now, the Deep Sea is capable of showing line voltage in 1-phase or 3-phase. As you can see here, line 1 and 2 would be for your 1-phase, line 1 through 3 is your 3-phase. Scrolling down, it will show you your hertz, so HZ. Next would be your hours and minutes, which are your run time. After that would be your battery voltage. So 0.1 right now because it's not hooked up to anything, but normally it should show higher. After that would be your fuel percentage. It just gives you a percentage of where your fuel level is at. This is if anybody has programmed or set alarms in the controller for service intervals. So you can see here, this oil icon would be an alarm for oil once it reaches 1,000 hours. This would be your time and date for the controller. Very important to make sure it's set correctly. Longitude, latitude, that is specifically for sun up, sundown events. This is your calendar, so if the controller is programmed for timed events, this will appear. As you can see, it has a slash through it, so that means that it is currently off. And then after that would be the controller product information. Just gives you your current software or firmware version for the controller. And then it goes right back to your line voltage. Now we'll go jump back into the LSC here. And so for the output diagnostics, it will show you what status each of your sensors are in. So for instance, a start relay, this would enable the engine to start, and it should show you that it is on when the engine is going through its crank cycle. And then lastly would be your light relays. So the LSC controller will turn on your light relays, and then once the status is on, then you should be able to turn your light switches on and provide power to your lights. Now with the deep sea controller, there are light bulbs here at the bottom. Now those light bulbs will indicate if the light relays have been turned on. Once the light relays are activated by the deep sea controller, your lights should then turn a solid dark color. Once they're a solid color, you can go ahead and turn on your light switches. Now fuel gauge, if you want to view your fuel gauge, it will take you back to the home screen for the LSC. In order to view your fuel, current fuel level, press the up and down arrow simultaneously on the deep sea controller, and you can go back to your home screen. Okay, and then press auto for select. And this is your fuel percentage right here. So deep sea, it'll measure in percentage, and your LSC, you'll have an actual gauge, which will give you the percentage of the gauge. So next would be the system event log for the LSC. And when you select that, this event log will give you status of current and past faults. Now this first column here will give you a timestamp. As you can see, the first two digits will be your month, next will be your day, the two digits after that will be your year, and then should give you your time as well. The next column over will give you your actual fault. So for instance, it shut down for low fuel. Moving over to the deep sea controller, the deep sea does have an event log. So in order to get to it, press the up and down arrow simultaneously. Then go ahead and scroll to this little scroll right here. You can select it by pressing the auto button, and this will give you past history of all the faults and what it has shut down for. Now currently the controller is only set up to receive power, so it's only going to show you fuel and battery voltage. Fuel, and then goes back to your battery. Your corner icon here on the right will always show you what that represents. So currently battery shows you hours, minutes, and then we'll go back to fuel. But of course, if there's other faults that were involved, it will also show you that as well. If it's on the engine side, it should show you an engine in the corner. For additional support on the Allman electronic controller, please visit our website at allman.com or contact our technical support line.